Now, one more AEW note. Swerve Strickland has signed a new deal with the company that will keep him there through the year 2029. That's a great signing for AEW. Swerve is now a main event player. He is someone they can continue to build around, not as the only guy, but he's one of their primetime players. And he has put the work in, so he deserves all the success he gets. Meltzer reported that it was well known that WWE tried to make a play for him and Prince Nana. And I think a lot of people took that to mean that they made a play for him recently. Like, before he signed this deal, WWE tried to swoop in and sign him, and how could they have done that? That's tampering and all this stuff. That's not how I read that. I took that as a reference to when they allegedly tampered, and Swerve went to AEW management to let them know. He went to legal to let them know what WWE was doing. That was a while ago. That was maybe a year ago, maybe more. And I saw Raj Giri, he went on Twitter, he was mocking the idea that WWE would tamper and would do such a thing, and Swerve then tweeted back at him and said, hey, you want to see the text messages? And Raj quickly deleted the tweet. He does that a lot. Tony Khan has talked about WWE tampering with people under AEW contract before. I believe it. I'm sure that Swerve is not the only one. But the other thing that Meltzer said in The Observer was that Swerve's deal is believed to be among the biggest deals in terms of financials in all of pro wrestling. He claims the deal is well ahead of the last one that Kevin Owens signed with WWE, and that was a 3-year deal with escalators in it to where he'd be making $3 million in his final year. I think that's what he's making right now. So what he's saying is that Swerve's deal, supposedly, is bigger than that. And that a source in WWE allegedly told Dave that they feel the deal for Swerve and the offer that Tony made to Daniel Garcia are bad for the sport because they are so far over and above what WWE would perceive the market value to be for both men, with the idea that Tony is spending more than he needs to and he's raising salaries. Which is rich, coming from the same company that was offering high 6-figure deals to each member of the Revival and Gallows and Anderson just to try to keep them from going to AEW. Have we forgotten about that? Have we forgotten about all the money they were throwing at people in the mid-card to keep them from signing with AEW 4 years ago and 5 years ago? WWE does not dictate what their market value is. The market dictates what their market value is. The market value is whatever someone is willing to pay. Is Tony Khan overspending on certain people? Probably. I don't know what he's offering Daniel Garcia, but I wouldn't blame WWE if they weren't willing to outbid Tony Khan for his services. I wouldn't either. But if Daniel Garcia can get that money from Tony Khan, then that's great for Daniel Garcia. This is why competition is a good thing. Tony knows what his numbers are. If he felt like offering big money to Swerve and to Daniel Garcia was going to bankrupt his company, he wouldn't do it. He may end up having to make cuts if he doesn't get the money he's looking for on that television deal. That TV deal is going to tell the tale about whether or not he can continue to spend big on free agents and if his company is ever going to be profitable. That's for him to worry about. But if Dave is to be believed, and somebody in WWE did say this to him, and if this really is the attitude of some of the people who work there, they're going out there every month waving their dick around about their latest gate record and getting $1 billion from Netflix. They've got a lot more money to work with than AEW does. But please, go on and tell me why paying Swerve Strickland $3 or $4 million a year is a bad thing for the sport. Wait until some promoter comes along one day and offers health insurance to the talent. Then WWE can cry about why that's bad for the sport too.